Hello, it's Barb Crompton here. All over the world, we're all here. There's some in Europe, there's one from Japan today, from Canada, the United States, and we're all social distancing, being inside. We're all being responsible, washing our hands and wearing our gloves. Oh, I'm so proud of you all. I just had tingles in my body. Anyways, thank you for being here today. I really appreciate it. I know some of us had some online problems the last couple of days when I put the music on. I do apologize. This platform does not do really that well with music, so no music today, but it was a good try. And we're not going to live outside today, although it's a sunny day here on Gambier Island, 1 hour north of Vancouver and British Columbia. What's the temperature in your area? Tell me. We're about 12 today. So I heard Port Broward is 25, so it's beautiful. Anyways, I would like to invite you to go to the newsletter on my website and join if you haven't joined the newsletter. If you haven't received things from me and Carolyn and the team in the last couple of days, I'd like you to register so that any announcements we make will send out to you about our classes. You might also, if you are registered and you are receiving things from me, you might also have friends that you want to join. So just join, put in their email there. And best of all, I had from friends of mine from the old fitness group days, which was my company, started 30 years ago. We had thousands and thousands of people jumping up and down and doing personal training. And they sent me what was called the fitness group seed muffin recipe. They also sent me a picture of me in the 80s, so that was a laugh. And so I'd like to share it with you on our website. So that's another reason to go to barbara.crompton, and you'll see the fitness group muffins on there, and you'll see myself in the 80s, and you can send me a picture also. I'm loving the fact that a lot of you are sending me personal emails at barbara.crompton@gmail.com. I had about 25 yesterday that I could chit chat back and forth, so I'm really missing that. You also could leave a message at the end of the chat. We're going to leave it on for about 2 or 3 minutes, everybody's chat, and you can put questions or thoughts there. And also Carolyn will be available to help you with any online difficulties. And I'd like to give a big shout out to Marianne. Marianne's in New York, Westchester County, and she was the one who opened up the room for us and sponsored our room. So we've got a lot of things to be thankful for. Friday, we have restorative class, lying on our backs and our stomachs. You might have friends within your world that go, well, I could never do yoga. This is one that they could do. We also, in those classes, have reflective moments, and all of us have talents, as we dealt with last week, the Maven, the salesperson, the connector, and the influencer, which I posted on our newsletter. But we also are going to speak about the active listener and the witness, and how we can change and learn different ways of communicating with the world and people around us to better the world and better. That's Friday at 10 o'clock. And guess what? Pop up Saturday, 10 o'clock. We're going to do core effectiveness. It's only 30 minutes. So come on in for that short length of time and blast those abs and strengthen those backs. Are you ready to practice? Come slowly onto your mat. Now, some of you might also, we talked about in the sitting part for the first 5 minutes, want to sit on a couch or a chair. So please feel free if you're not as comfortable sitting on the floor. I'm going to go now, and I'm going to sit on my pillow. But as you can see today, I have different apparatus. I have some blocks. These blocks can be ordered on Amazon, eBay. I went to other couple of sites to see, but they don't deliver to Canada. So these ones here are great. And I love purple, and I have a purple strap, so you can get a purple strap. I found them for as low as $4 each block. Then I found this for as low as $11. So you just maybe spent a half an hour in your search. You've already got your pillows from There's Good. But I also, there's some bolsters if you want to buy a bolster. There's some bolsters for about $35, which we put on our back, which we're going to use. So put our apparatus at the top of the mat for arm extenders, and when we're on the floor, we'll use these for extenders also. Once again, if it's too much for your body to be hooked in this line, come into comfortable seated position whatever way, either on your chair or wherever you want to be. I'd like you to bring your hands to your kneecaps. And once again, we think about holding on to our knees. That will pull our hip joints forward. Or some of us want to do a mudra pose. So we take individual self, and we take the greatest self of you, and we take individual self and great self into a circle of life. So the individual self and the great self is percolating to say, how can I be in this world, helping this world? And then your 3 fingers go up to say, I am open and ready to receive. Now, some of us in this sitting will want to put our hands on our knees and pull our hips forward to train the back to sit tall. So you choose. Let's feel our zip bones now. Is one up, one down, one forward, one back. See if you can square them off. Nice. And then remember we talked about on Friday, the Mula Bandha. It's the deepest of your core muscles. So you just lift up your anus slowly. Anus first, try it. And then genitals, just about 2 out of 10, a soft lift. So those muscles are active inside. You know how they can fall out the other end? We don't want them to fall out the other end. And then pull your abdominals, called an Uddiyana Bandha in the series of Ashtanga. It's a lock, it's called. 2 out of 10, just slightly lift. So feel how strong you feel right there. And then lift your lower back. See if you can feel as if your hands are on the lower back. And then widen the hip joints, widen at the back. Then close the ribs. Keep the heart lifted. So just come up a little higher in the heart. Shift our shoulder days back and then shift them down. My hands are holding that position because when we walk, we want to hold those scapula muscles, scapula bones down with the muscles that surround it. And then softly bring your head back over your spine and chin parallel. Your eyes go downward into what's called a drishti, or you can close your eyes, but you can feel the top of the head. Someone that you adore and love has got your head, back of your crown, and they're pulling you up. So you feel your spine getting longer and taller, and you picture those people that are helping you get a long spine. You're not shrinking in the world. Why don't you take those little icons of people that are helping you out today and honor them and put them at the top of the mat so they can smile at you through my practice. I have 3 people that I always put at my top of my mat. I have my Nana, my Papa, and my friend Denny Lynn. She sits at the top of my mat. She died too early, and that's why I have to honor her to be here. I'd like to start with your breath. Take a deep inhale, fill up your belly, fill up your ribs, hold the breath at the top, hold. And then keeping your mouth closed, I'd like you to, slow as you can, empty everything out of your lungs. Really long, watch it. And then breathe normally. And then we follow that with a, are your eyes closed? Are you going deep within? Let's try that again, but we're going to contain it in a breath count. We're going to start with 4, 2, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold 1, 2, exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold 1, 2, exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last time, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold 1, 2, exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open up your eyes, breathe normally. We know that this deep breathing is really good for our lungs. It's really good to make us feel good and calm and zero into the parasympathetic nervous system. Now let's open our mouth with the releasing breath, the tension release. Take a deep inhale, make a sound for me and go, ah. Try it 3 times. Inhale, ah. Shake your head. Last one, inhale. When we get tense, we want to let go with that breath. How about a few little coughs? Right in the elbow sleeve. And then come behind you and shake out your legs. Lift your heart, let your back go into that opposite direction. Lift your heart a little bit more, shake it out. And now we're going into our mantra. We zoom through the day doing things, but sometimes we just need to be. As Richard Branson says, which I love his comment, we are not human doings, we are human beings. So let's tie into the being side of us and the reflective side of us as we have our mantra. So crisscross your legs, sit on your pillow, whatever feels good for you. Close your eyes, watch your breath. Today, I will think of myself as a hero and not a victim. Wow, how could you be a hero today? On Gambier Island, we have people coming and picking up our garbage, people delivering to us groceries. There's no stores on the island. Oh my gosh, they're my heroes. They said, those people aren't going to be victims and have no food. How could you today be a hero for someone and not go down the victim path? Close your eyes and have a thought. Today, I will think of myself as a hero rather than a victim. Today, I will focus on what I can change rather than what I can't change. So I'd like you to scan your life. What can you change to make a difference to the world? And what can't you do? Maybe social distancing and not going outside, but maybe you could send an email to someone who is in need, and social connection rather than social distance. Connect with them. Today, I will embrace my strengths and not my weaknesses. Human nature, unless we train our brain in the amygdala, it's called, which is a cortex of the brain that is the fear part of our brain. Yoga teaches us to calm that down. This is what we're doing. And sometimes we automatically go to your weaknesses and you say, oh, I'm not good enough for that. I can't do that. Stop. Think about 2 of your strengths that you could give away today, to yourself or to others. And lastly, today I will learn something today new, because we're rebuilding the world, rebirthing the world. Today I will learn and absorb. Not only will I learn, I'll take it into the fiber of me. I'll question myself and I'll say, what relevance does it have for me? I'll take the good out of the now. So what did I learn and absorb from that? I'm going to take the good. I'm not going to hold on to the bad, rather than wallowing in the bad. Today, I will think of myself as a hero and not a victim. Today, I will focus on what change I can make rather than a change that I can't make, that's impossible. Today, I will embrace my strengths, not my weaknesses. And lastly, today, I will learn, absorb, take the good out of the now rather than wallow in the bad. Beautiful hope, beautiful faith. Thank you for your breath, and thank you very much for your beautiful mantra. Let's now shake our legs out and start our physical practice. So we're going to be working until 5 to 10, and then at that time, we're going to be lying down and having a relaxation in Shavasana. If you have a pose that you really like Ben loves his balancing poses, and somebody asked me, can you do a hip opener twist? I'm going to start with that hip opener twist. And thanks, Mary, for talking to me over the email. So let's straighten the leg and bring our heel across. And we're going to start with inhaling and lifting up as high as we can through our torso. Now, I'm going to feel a little better, I think, if I sit on my pillow, because then I'll elevate my hips a bit more. Some of us might even find that you feel better sitting on your block. Here we go. Right leg comes across. Inhale, lift your torso tall. And as you exhale, you twist around and hold. Hold the pose for 3 breaths, looking towards your right side. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One last breath. Inhale, exhale. And release, a twist to the other direction. The twist juices up all those organs as well as it opens up the hips. Nice. And slowly come back to center. Straighten your leg and let's do the other side, just warming up the hips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, rotate around, push the butt on the right into the floor and feel that rotation in your lower back into your hip. Beautiful. And release and look to the other side. Open your mouth with a bring both feet together, walk them quite close to your body, and hold on to the knees and start rocking side to side, massaging your back, just feeling that beautiful practice that you feel. Then walk your hands down. If they'll 2 fingers will reach to the toes. I'm going to walk my feet in a bit more, center myself on my pillow, and hold on to my toes. Now, the toe joints go forward and back all the time. So we want to make the toe joints move in a different direction. As we rotate the toes, this is one of the areas that people have inflexible toes, and that's why they fall over. Falling is the #1 reason why people go to the hospital in the old days, or these days, not so much. And other way, really rotate that toe, make it mobile, and then pull the toe, and then pull it sideways and hold. Lift the back of the head, squeeze our shoulder blades down our spine. Push softly on the kneecap now. Push. Close your eyes, and let's have 3 Dirga breaths, that full breath. Inhale. As you exhale, pull the belly back. Send white healing light to the inner groin. Again, inhale. Beautiful shoulders down, head back. Exhale. Push down at the kneecap. One last time. Inhale. Exhale. Let's add another twist again. Let's turn our bodies and reach our left hand across to our right, and rotate around for the hip joint in being a different shape. And then lift both arms up, working with those twists. And other side, lower back, look behind you. Beautiful, everyone. Fantastic practice. And let's continue with that inner thigh muscle. Let's take that leg way out to the side as far as it will go. I'm going to come off my block or whatever it is. And I'm working with the inner thigh, so I try to bring my leg out as far to the side as it will go. But some people's hip cramp, so you're better maybe to be here. And all I want you to do is sit, have your left hand on the ground, and I want you to sit right up on top of the zip bones. Wow, can you feel that inner thigh pull in those hamstrings? Sometimes we forget, by doing certain activities, we forget about the inside hamstring into the adductor muscles. Now, changing it into adductors, all I want you to do is roll your hip forward and look to your left. Roll your hip forward and look to the left. Hold the pose. 3 white healing lights. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, roll your hip forward a little bit more. Exhale, be patient for those inner thigh muscles that pull at the hip joint on the inside. Last breath. Inhale, exhale. Bring both hands on either side of the left knee. Take the right leg and bend it. Bring that leg in as far as it will take, and bring the left heel on. Come up to your fingertips. Look up to the sky on the inhale. And on the exhale, slowly make your way back down to the ground. On the inhale, lift all the way up on your fingertips. Look up to sky. Lift your heart a bit higher, a little bit higher. Exhale, come down. Now, once you know it, close your eyes. Inhale, look up, closing your eyes. This is called a meditative movement dance. Exhale down. Continue this soft up and down, all the way up, lifting your heart, pushing on your fingertips, and all the way down. 3 more at your own pace, finding your rhythm. Feel the juicing up at the hips around that left hip joint. Feel the right muscles of the quadricep on the right stretching. And lift up. Now, some of us might find that our head doesn't want to come to the ground. So you're going to take your pot or your block, wherever it is, and you're going to come down to your pot or your block, or let your head hang, you choose. Some of us will come to the floor, you lower yourself down. Let your head hang, let your jaw be loose. And start to wiggle that hip joint on the left, forward and back. We have a compression here. The joint is compressed. It's producing what's called synovial fluid as you move through the hip joint, because Mary asked me that her hips were tight and could I do a lot of movement through them. And then pull your hip backwards and hold and send white healing light to the joint, to the hips and the knees and the ankles. And then push the hip joint forward and take some breaths into the hip, knees, and the ankles. And then pull your belly in and come back up onto your fingertips. Take your pot or your block and walk it into the middle. I'm going to put mine on edge. And then I'm going to take both my hands up in the air. And some of us will reach at our hip. Others of us will reach all the way around to our feet. You see how far around you. Once again, twists were asked for. Here we go. Inhale, lift up. Let's squeeze and soak all those organs. Exhale, look to your right behind you. Pull back through the belly. Inhale, come back to center. Look up to sky. Okay, give a good squeeze to the liver. Squeeze the liver, make it healthy. Yes, yes, yes. Get rid of all those toxins. One last time. Squeeze it up as high as you can. And exhale, rotate. Come all the way back up to center, and some of us will find that we would like our block or something between our knees. So between the knees, just find your spot, and maybe fist over fist if you find that your body doesn't want to go forward, but you can see how your pans or your blocks give you some height, or your books or whatever you put there. Let your head hang, let your jaw be loose. Let's breathe 3 times through our mouth. Inhale. And as you exhale, make the I'm sinking into my pose. Second breath. Inhale. I'm sinking into my pose. Last breath. I'm sinking into my pose. Start to lift the body up. Start to take your block away if the block is there. Bring your hands behind you. Lift the heart to the sky in this pose. Squeeze the left butt and right butt forward. Open up your mouth and puff 3 times. I'll speak truthfully, kindly, and when necessary. And then keep your shoulders back and drop your nose down. Bring our right hand up to sky. Bring our left palm out by our side. We're going to pull our belly in and come all the way up, stretching the hip flexor and the quadricep on the right. Look underneath your armpit as you reach your fingers as wide as you can towards the opposite wall. Squeeze their butt on the right, close your eyes, and feel this beautiful, strong stretch. Nice, everybody. And then slowly back down again. Bring our hands behind us, bring our legs wide, and let's just release out. And venturing over to the other side for our hip warm-ups before we go into standing poses today. Remember, we have to balance in standing poses because balance is a part of life figuratively, metaphorically, as well as we need to really be able to listen to our ankle joints balance. Let's drop both knees over to the left, and I'm going to place, to the right. Let's go do the same side. Karen, you're not here. I need you here. Okay, over to the right. Here we go. Make sure your blocks are close by. Turn your body towards the right side. One side will be stickier than the other. Notice which hip and ankle. Here we go. Inhale, lift your heart to sky as high as you can. Arch, arch, arch as much as you can. Exhale now. Inhale all the way up into mermaid, it's called in yoga. Exhale now. Inhale, close your eyes. Feel your glide rather than sticking. You're not Teflon, you're gliding through life and learning all of these beautiful poses. 2 more times. Some of us might take our block or our pan or our stack of books and move it over here and come down and droop our head onto something. Or maybe fist over fist, or maybe just hang your head. Let the body fall forward into this pose. Let your mouth hang open, and let's have 3 breaths through your mouth. Inhale. Let's hear the ha breath. Ha. Inhale. Ha. Last breath, inhale. Ha. Sink deeper. Start to move the hip now on the right side, back and forward. Just shake the hips back and forward. See if you can move through your hips. Move through your hips. Keep moving, keep moving. And then lift all the way up and come to quiet. We're going to lift our left hand somewhere down our leg and our right hand somewhere down our leg. We're going to lift up in center as high as we can, and we're going to rotate and squeeze all that digestive system. Are you eating healthfully? Lots of greens, lots of kale, lots of legumes, lots of nuts and seeds. Keep rotating, drinking lots of water. Oh yes. Keep going. Hold the breath. 3 breaths here now. Inhale. Exhale, white healing light. Squeeze and soak the organs. Inhale, lift up as high as you can. Rotate, squeeze and soak the organs. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale, squeeze and rotate the organs. Come back to center, and you might choose between the kneecaps to put your blocks on the edge, or you might have your pan here, or you might stack fist over fist and come onto the ground and reach forward in your pose and breathe deeply into the juiciness, closing your eyes. And let's have that vibrational breath of Make it as long as you can to massage all your organs and tell your parasympathetic nervous system that I am calm. Take a deep inhale. Can you make it longer? Inhale. Can you vibrate it louder? Who's there? Feel those joints. Last one. Inhale. I'm getting deeper in I can feel it vibrating in my heart. Oh, my heart muscle is feeling so good right now and filled with all of you being here. And then very slowly come back up. We're going to bring our right hand onto the ground and we're going to square our shoulders. Lifting the left arm up to sky, turning the palm in. I'm going to pull my belly and I'm going to lift up. And I'm going to reach that left arm and way far over and pull that armpit back and look underneath that left armpit. And then I'm going to squeeze my butt on the left as hard as I can, stretching those muscles at the side of the leg, tensor fascia lata. Squeeze, push, squeeze. We need those muscles or they give us problems, all of us bicycles and joggers and walkers. And then slow it down. Open your mouth with a shake your head. Let's take that leg now to finish what this is called up the mountain and down the mountain. This is how I teach yoga teachers, up the mountain and down. We started on the other side and we finish on this side. So you can hold on to the knees if it feels good, or the hands here. And all I want you to do is straighten the leg and flex the heel. Some of you might be out here, so this is just fine. Some of you might even be totally even, you choose. Hold on to the legs. Push the butt into the ground on the left, so you're trying to get both zip bones into the ground. Ask those muscles to stretch along the hip joint, and then roll the left hip forward. Keep rolling, roll. And then turn the body. If you're cramping, bring your leg closer in towards the V. Roll, keep rolling, keep feeling the roll, keep feeling your lower back having that rotation. Hi, Laura, I see you. Hi. I just saw Laura. She was on the camera. Zoom by. I wish I could see all of you. And then slowly come back up. Very nice. Hold on to the back of the knee. Shake the legs side to side. Open your mouth with a ha. So remember, there's always choices. Like we said, I'm going to be a hero today and not a victim. Sometimes you get into yoga class and you feel like a victim. Drop your knees to the right because you say to yourself, I can't do that pose. How is she doing that? Blah, 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 blah. And that monkey mind starts to permeate throughout your whole entire body. You get very discouraged because you want to be just like the yoga teacher told you. Other side. Well, today I'm going to give you choices. And I'd like you to go to your choice today. Tomorrow it might be different. If you're feeling tired today, then you might choose variation. We're going to practice them a couple of times so you can choose within some of our poses. When I say we're going to flow, you'll know what it means. Let's come on to all fours. Hip width apart, toes cleared under. We're going to do cat-cow, which you all know, exhaling as we round as slow as you can, and inhaling as we drop and we look up. Exhaling as we round, and inhaling as we drop. So some of us might, when we're going into the flow part of our practice, when I say flow, you know that this feels pretty good for me. I think I'll do that through the whole flow. Others of us will choose to flatten their toes and make the big circle around. So try that and see how that feels. And as you come to center, pull your belly up. Do a bunch of rotations to the right if this feels good in your flow. And then a bunch of rotations to the left in your flow. Very nice. Some of us might say number 3 position, I think I'll use my pillows and put one pillow at my head and one pillow behind my knees and come into my expression of child's pose. Others of us say, I really need a long time in child's pose today. So they take maybe their pillows away and they put their head down and outstretch their arms. Some of us today, though, say, I'm not wanting to do cat-cow. So if you're in child's pose, stay there. Or you can come up to sitting with me as I describe the other two. I'm not really wanting to do child's pose today, but I'm really tired. Maybe I will, but halfway through I might do it. My cat-cow or my rotation backwards. So I've shown you 3 of them. Number 4, you might choose just to come up into downward dog in the flow and either walk the dog and sway your hips or come up on your toes and put your heels down. That's your next option. You might just stay there, come in and out of child's pose in the flow. Or you might choose to go into what's called a vinyasa flow. We come forward. If you haven't done vinyasas before, it's very important that you pull your elbows in and drop to the ground slowly. You look forward and you come up either in cobra or full expression of up dog. And then you roll your toes over and you come into down dog. Now, if that has been part of your practice, the vinyasa flow, please do it. So now I would like you first to try cat-cow. How does that feel? Let's go into cat-cow. Secondly, I would like you to roll backwards in that circle. That was your second choice. If that feels juicy for you, nose, maybe a couple each direction. Oh, then I decided I like today, I think my flow in child's pose will be just hanging out in child's pose. So try that. How does that feel? Oh no, but I'm thinking I'd like to go into down dog. So I come into down dog. And I hold dog, I might walk it, or I might come up on my toes or back down. Or maybe I'll do 3 vinyasa flows, 3 mini segments. Maybe I'll drop our knees to the ground and I'll come down with my elbows super tight, slowly sliding. I come up to cobra or I come up to up dog and then I roll over and come back to down dog. All right, everybody, come to seated. You can come to hero sit like this with your pillow behind you. Or you can put your block, your pillow, and then your block, which raises you up a little higher. Take your pot behind you and put your pillow on top, because I want you to sit here and listen to me for a minute. These muscles here that connect to the knee joint is one of the quadricep muscles. There's 4 of them. This muscle here, called the vastus muscle, impairs the ability of the knee joint to bend. If you're having a problem sitting in this position, just come to Sukhasana, comfortable seated position, and try it. If not, I'd like you to put your blocks and everything behind and see how high you can sit in this position. I want to train these muscles to stretch. I myself did aerobics for a lot of years, and I thought, I'll never sit like this. This is amazing. I can sit like this for half an hour now. But take it gentle, take it slow. So if you're in this position with a pillow behind, take a deep inhale. Exhale, draw the belly button back. Again, inhale, it's a vigorous breath. Exhale, we're going into standing poses. Inhale, lift, show me your back fluidity. Exhale, inhale, show me your back. Exhale. Come out of the pose if it's too much. Inhale, side bend. If it's not too much, put a pillow behind. Side bend. Inhale, side bend. Inhale, a little faster. Squeeze those hips side to side. So now we're going to get our way up to standing. So let's take our blocks or our pots and let's put them on edge. And let's step forward with that right foot. Let's step forward with the right foot. Look up and come up on your fingertips. And I'd like you to drop yourself as much as you can forward and start squeezing the butt on the left and squeeze the butt and release. Remember, we talked about how important it is for the muscular structure of the brain to tell certain muscles to work. This is how we don't fall over. the intuitiveness. Neurons we thought weren't produced as we age, but now we know they are. Squeeze, lift up to your knee. If it still doesn't feel good for you, stay down. Lift up, lift up. Some of us might even lift up into cactus arms. Some of us might even curl our toe under in cactus arms and lift yourself up. Hold the pose. Some of you might even bend at the knee and then lift up. Some of you are on the floor, and others of us are going down and up, strengthening the quadricep muscle. We're going to ask it also to be strong after it's gone through ranges. 4 more. Remember, your kneecap can be on the floor. 3 more, it's fast. Show me how fast that quad can work. Now we're going to contemplate. Do I want to bring my feet together and go into my next pose, which is called tree? Or do I have enough power in my legs to come right up into tree? You can bend the knee and come right up into tree. Or you can step forward, get balanced, and come up into tree. Once we're up in tree, bring our arms wide. You might even hold on to something nearby you. Squeeze your butt forward. You might stay here holding on to something, or you might come forward with me into bowing tree. And then come back up. And down. Take a deep inhale, lift up your heart, arch your spine, big smile all the way down. Take a deep inhale, look up at me, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, come down. Inhale, look up at me, squeeze your shoulder blades, pull your belly. Exhale and down. 2 more times, inhale, squeeze, squeeze, look up at me. Exhale and down. Last one, are we ready for our flow? Remember, we all have choices. We're gonna step, jump back, whatever you feel. Some of you will be on all fours, doing cat-cow. Others of you will be in down dog. Others of you will be in vinyasa flows. Others of you will be rotating your hips around in child's pose. And then the other way. Others of you have chosen to go directly to child's pose. Stay where you are, wherever you are, or mix it up. Find a way to mix it up, challenge yourself, or do less today. Stay with me, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 o'clock, pop up Saturday, core efficiency. We're just about there. And I'd like everyone now to come into their expression of child's pose, wherever it is. Some of us might use a pillow or a block in front of our head. Others of us might feel more comfortable with the pillow behind our butt. I'd like you to listen to your heart rate coming down. I'd like you to listen to today what you're going to do about your heroineship. You're a hero, not a victim. I'd like you to outstretch your arms in your child's pose and walk your hands to the right side of your mat. Take the right hand on left wrist and pull diagonally across your body. Pull the hip to the other direction. Now, can you feel the shins of your legs instead of heel toeing the repetitive action? You're stretching what's called your tibialis anterior in the other direction for health. And then walk to the left side and take your left hand on right wrist and pull diagonally across and breathe. Very nice. See if you can pull a little bit more diagonally across, getting that big stretch at the rotator cuff, it's called, behind the rib, behind the armpit. And then come back to center. And then slowly make your way up into gate. This is called gate position in yoga. I'd like you to curl your toes under, because now we have the toes going in the other direction. We're going to pull our shoulders back and down. So now instead of being here, we're here. We're going to start to lift our heart to sky. People think that camel, the position of camel, comes from here, but it actually starts from here and here. Then I'm going to bring my right arm up to sky. And I'm going to take my left hand behind me. I'm going to roll it up so I can really open up the shoulder. And I'm going to roll looking over top of my right shoulder to begin, left shoulder to begin with. And then I'm going to squeeze my butt. I'm going to lift my heart. And I'm going to look up with my thumb. Now, some of you might find that you can slide your hand down to your heel and lift your heart higher. Some of us will stay with our hand here, opening up our chest. And then slowly look down at your left. Come down to sitting, slowly. And then come on to the crown of your head. And just rock on the crown of your head. Choices again. Here we go into flow. Exhaling as we round, inhaling as we drop. Circling backwards right into downward facing dog, walking the dog, whatever you're choosing. Some of you are doing your vinyasa flows. If you choose a flow, keep going. Some of you are in child's pose. You choose. No ego at the door. Keep going. A couple more breaths. And then when you're ready, make your way back into child's pose with your hands down by your side. Turn your palms up to receive. Turn your palms up to receive. Bring your hands onto your lower back. Intertwine your fingers and move your hands off your back. And as you move your hands off your back, start to squeeze your shoulder blades together, activating the juice between the wings. Just little tiny motions, little tiny motions. Beautiful. Nice. And then slowly release the arms down. Let the palms turn upward. Open your mouth with a ah. Feel your heart rate coming down. Let's practice again. Come all the way up into gate. Let's do the other side now. Take the left arm up to sky. Shoulders back and down. Lift the heart to sky. Look up to sky first, straight up to sky if your neck is strong. Bring your armpit on your left all the way back and your hand to your hip. Squeeze those hips forward on the left especially. Some of us might find that we can increase our arch and hold on to our foot. Some of us will look down to our right. Some of us will look up to our thumb. Some of us will squeeze even harder onto the butt on the left. Couple more breaths here. Look down to your right side. Make your way all the way up. Come all the way down. Roll your head to the floor. Let's come to the top of our mat again. So you have your blocks here, or you have your pans or your whatever, and you bring your foot out in front on the left now. We're going to walk our blocks forward, and we're going to get that long leg at the back working for us. And we're going to curl the toe under. Beautiful. Hold that toe, top of head is to me. And then you're going to lift up, keeping that same position, and bring our hands to our knees. Lift up into what's called half moon. Lift your heart to sky. Breathe and hold. Hold. And then some of us are going to stay here and practice cactus arms. Others of us are going to add gravity and weight to the joints. So you choose, either stay here beautifully and add the arms, or join me. Bring our hands to our blocks or the floor. Curl your toe under. Lift up all the way. Use your strength in your hips. Get your posture. Bring your heart up. Hold. And let's come up, tracking the kneecap over second toe, please, for strength. Come to total strength, straight arms, and then pull it back as you bend the knee over third toe and as low as you can through your torso. Let's pick it up. Up and down. Very nice, everybody. You're doing beautifully. Keep going. Strong bodies. Remember, you might be on the ground, you might be up. Work those shoulders. Give me two more. Last one. Bring your hands down to your block. Step back. Come on all fours, make your decision. Am I flowing into cat-cow? Am I circling around in my posture from right to left and center? Am I staying in child's pose quietly? Or am I coming up into a moving down dog? Or a holding down dog? Or am I choosing a vinyasa flow? A long body. Okay, you can drop to your knees, but keep your elbows tight into your ribs. Slide up into half cobra if you choose. Some of us will go from here back to child's pose and start a second flow. You continue your practice. Keep going. Whatever you've chosen, it's your practice. 2 more. Be gentle on yourself. Make a decision how hard for your body you want to work today. You are not a victim. You have choices. Last one. And then make your way once again into child's pose. Bring your hands down by your side. This time, if you can pick up your strap and have the strap about this much so that you can work your shoulders and then come back into child's pose and see if the shoulders on the back side will move through spaces. Keep moving through spaces with the strap. Keep rocking side to side. Ah, very nice. Keep going, keep moving, keep juicing up those muscles so that we don't atrophy at the back of the shoulders and curve our bodies forward. We want to be really open. Very nice. So we did all those down dogs or all those on fours. Couple more, you're just about there. And then slowly stay in that pose and drop your arms down by your side and open your mouth with a and listen to the heart rate slowly come down. I'm listening to my strengths now. I will not go to my weaknesses today because the world needs you to be strong. I will learn new things today and I'll absorb them. I'll absorb for the good. Today, this is what I will do. This is what I'll do today. And then slowly roll onto your butt and pick up your strap. Walk to the top of your mat. And if you have a pillow or a block, I'd like you to put it beside you, or your pot, that's the other thing. And I'm going to demonstrate on what I'm going to do here. We're going to be doing a mini boat, because on Saturday, this is a little bit of the boat series. It's not the whole boat, pull back. Most of us can't get up into boat or our quads get really tired. Bend your knees if you need to help yourself up. And hold on. So we're going to work boat on Sunday. This really works the core. I just wanted to give you a little rendition. And then slowly slide down. Very nice. So I want you to watch me what I'm going to do now to use the inversion apparatus. I'm going to roll down onto my back. And I'm going to wait a minute and let the back find its shape. And then I'm going to roll up and take my pillow or my blanket, if you have a blanket, or if you have a block or a pot, I'm going to put it right at my belly button. Just between my belly button and my rib cage, sorry, my belly button, my tailbone. And I'm going to let my back come down on this. We have an elevation, a changing of blood flow. So I'd like you to bring your right knee to chest and your left knee and sort of just move a little bit, massaging our kidneys, which are more superficial organs of the body who clean the blood. So we're just giving it a rock. And then if you choose, you can hold on to your block or your blanket and extend your legs. So now I am in what's called an inversion, where the gravity blood flow goes down. This is excellent for varicose veins in your legs. I might even move. I extend my legs out and hold them there. And then I use my ankle joints. I point and flex. Now, if it's too much for your hamstring, you can always wrap the strap around, keep pointing and flexing, and that supports yourself a little bit more with or without the strap. Rotate your ankle joints. Use your strap if it feels better for you. Please make life just wonderful in yoga by all our apparatus. And then bring them back together. Nice. We're also going to be core abdominal work, and some of the core abdominal work is learning how to pull your belly button backwards and contract your mula bandha. So let's just bend our knee and see if you can keep your abdominals quiet and tap the ground and come back up quiet. Let's try it with a straight leg now and see if you can pull your rib cage back. See how that feels for you for your core work. And some of us will bend the knee and bring it in. Others of us will straighten it. Let's try the other side now. This is a core work that it's called core stabilization, keeping the core still. It emulates what we do all day by standing tall in life rather than losing it. Or you might choose to straighten the leg, pull your belly button, don't let it pop, pull it backwards. So that's what we're going to be doing on Saturday. Very nice. Let's circle both legs. So as we get older, the forward and back motion of walking atrophies the muscles going sideways. Let's try the other way. Really rock and roll and have some fun with this move. Nice. Beautiful. Nice. And then bring both feet to floor. Now I'd like you to open up your eyes and hopefully you can see me because this is inward rotation. So I would like you to walk your feet wide on the mat and then just pull your kneecaps together. And let all those muscles internally around the joint understand this. Squeeze the thigh as hard as you can. Squeeze the thigh, squeeze the thigh. And then release it. Then I'd like you to take the soles of the feet together and let all your belly and muscles just relax. And feel the joint go in the other direction now. And let's try it one more time. You'll get to know all these moves as you join me every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Keep the knees together with that wonderful pledge you have. This time I want you to watch me and drop the right knee in as the left knee pulls in. So that left knee is going to turn and then come back to center. And then that left knee pulls down as the right knee pulls in. So don't let it flop out to the side. Feel these internal rotation again. Stretches for the quadricep back. One last time. Beautiful. Nice practice, everybody. And once again, take the joint through the other direction. Now try to really relax your back because you really feel a pull, a release in the tension of your back. Let's try another pose. See how this feels with your inversion. Do you see how it pulls on those hip flexors? These muscles here are called the iliopsoas. They connect right here, and they go to through your body to your back. And they're the muscles that every time you lift your legs, you're using them, and they get super tight. They start to pull on your back, and you get back problems. And come back up again. Let your back just release. Beautiful, everyone. Lift up and pull whatever you have away from you behind your back and roll down. Bring the right knee to chest and follow it with the left knee and allow your back now to go in the other direction. Close your eyes and just rock. Can you draw a circle and pull your tailbone off the ground as you roll around? And then roll in the other direction. Lovely, lovely. Then I'm going to take one hand on each kneecap and I'm going to circle the knee. So I'm making 2 circles away. And then I'll try it in the other direction. 2 circles, feet and knees are away. Beautiful. Nice. Then I'm going to slowly roll my body to the right side. We're going to take our arm now to the left and we're going to look to the left and allow the body to just sink without any manipulation. Feel the twist all the way up your spine as you take your eyes now to the left side. I'd like you to take your belly button and pull it back and hold, feeling all, it's called a muscle called the QL muscle, quadratus lumborum. It's a super deep muscle inside, so keep pulling your left belly backwards. And then release. And then take your right hand on top of the knee and walk the knees closer up to your armpit if it feels okay. And then look again to your left side. And once again, pull back through that left belly all the way back to stretch that deep, deep back muscle. And then release and look to center. Bring your hand onto your hip. And this is called tapping. And tapping is a super effective way to tap into your parasympathetic nervous system. The parasympathetic nervous system is the system that calms your body down. Give it some slaps or taps or whatever feels really good for you. Maybe a few rubs, or maybe your thumbs, or somewhere where you can feel tension. Releasing the tension by acupointing. Acupointing, very effective. And then come to quiet and come back up to center. And just like a little piston, start the piston holding on to the kneecaps. And then the piston gets real fast and my heels flex. Oh, my back feels so good. And then I roll all the way over towards the left side. I look all the way to the left to give my back time to accommodate. I keep looking to the left, and I bring my right arm out into the letter T with our palms facing upward. I wait a moment, and then I add my cervical spine or upper spine twist. In this position, I lie there. I let the body do the work. I'm not pushing or shoving. I want the muscles to accommodate this move. And then I can add some manipulation. So if you would like, just pull the top belly, that's the belly on the right, backwards, pull, pull. Some of us, if we have a tight back, will feel on that side a deep pull, and then release. Walk your kneecaps closer to up here towards your left armpit. Bring your left hand on top of the kneecap and pull them together. And then do that same move, pulling your belly button backwards, pulling, pulling. Very nice. Hold the pose. And then take that hand on the right and start your tapping. Start tap, tap, tapping wherever you feel good, or rubbing, whatever feels good. Just tap, 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 tap. Keep going. And then roll onto your back again and hold onto each kneecap and start your little piston run, 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 run. Piston run, 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 run. Piston run. And then as quietly as possible, Shavasana. Take your pillows or your blocks or your hands underneath your knees and allow your body to fall back onto your pillow if it feels good for you. Allow yourself to come in to total relaxation, but total awareness. It is not your reaction to adversity, not adversity itself that determines how your life stories will go. It's not the adversity, it's the response and reaction to the adversity. Someone said adversity builds character, but someone else said adversity reveals character. I'm pleasantly surprised with my resilience. I preserve, and not just blindly. I take the best and get rid of the rest and move on, realizing that you can make a choice for the good always. And the people stayed home, and they read books and listened and rested and exercised. They made art, and they played games together and learned new ways of being still and listened more deeply. Some meditated, some did yoga, some danced, and some met their own shadows. And the people began to think differently. A rebirth. The people healed. And in the absence of people living in ignorant, dangerous, mindless, and heartless ways, the earth as a whole began to heal. And when this danger passed and the people joined together, they grieved their losses and they made new choices and dreamed of new images and created new ways to live. And they thought they never would. These new ways are tipping the world to healthfulness, kindness, generosity, and understanding. Start to bring your awareness back to you as a hero and not as a victim, to you as your strengths and not your weaknesses, to you not wallowing, but going forth with your goodness. Today is the day. You can stay on the chat line and suggest what you would like for the next 2 minutes, or you can get off the chat line. We'll be on for 2 more minutes. Or email me at barbara.crompton@gmail.com, or please feel free to go to my website, barbara.com. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Start to turn to your right side. Turn your nose to Mother Earth and have a few delicious breaths. And slowly push your way up to sitting. I'd like to thank you all for the dedication and practice of changing the world by being here with all of us. I hope you have a wonderful day. See you Friday. Namaste.